again, round and round again, round again, again, round again, again, round again, again, round and round.
Hi, it's Talsvids. This is my review and thoughts on the Captain's Choice lather bowls. Now, carrying on from my earlier videos for wet shaving products, I thought I'd make one on these two lather bowls that I got recently. This is the Captain's Choice large lather bowl, and this one's the standard one. Now, for anyone who's new to double-edged shaving and they're not sure what a lather bowl is, basically you get your shaving brush, you would load your soap out of your tub or out of your tube that the soap had came in. So what you would then do with your lather bowl is you would simply use this to build up your lather into a greater volume, and you do that by swirling your brush around, adding small amounts of water until you've got your lather basically to the right consistency that you want, and then you just go right onto your face. Now, the good thing with these lather bowls is, I'll just show you on this one here. We can see these grooves on here. Now what these do is they provide greater friction and traction as you're swirling your brush around like that, and that helps you to build a good quality lather, and also it allows you to do it in a fairly quick time as well. So this is the standard one. Now I'll point out a few nice little design touches on here. Now I've already mentioned about these ridges, which are absolutely superb for building a good lather. So if you just see if we can sort of get any sort of idea of the depth of them. Hopefully you'll be able to see that there. Now they're not sharp, they're just ridged, so for people who've got concerns that a lather bowl might damage the tips on your brush, it's definitely not going to be the case with this, because it's ridged, yes, but they're not sharp edged. So this is, like I said before, this is the standard one. Now we've got a fairly straight sided bowl here, and if we just look at the as it goes to the top, you can just see it sort of curves it in slightly. Now what this does is, as you're building the lather up in the bowl, it'll rise up. Now if you've got a straight sided bowl, it'll tend to come over the edge and then start to run down the outside. But what this does is, as it comes up to the top, with the edges being slightly facing inwards, the lather will come up and then it'll drop back down into the bowl. And I have noticed that you get very little overspill onto the outside when you're building your lather up, even if you're being pretty vigorous with your brush. Now these are all handmade by a local potter that Captain's Choice use, and this is the colour Cobalt. Now you can also get these in 9 other colours. 2 of the colours are available in the large bowl size. One is Cobalt, which is the large bowl I've shown here on the left, and you can also get it in a gunmetal colour, but I'll also provide a link to the Captain's Choice products in the description below. So that's the sides of the bowl, which I've mentioned. Now this little bit here, this is the Captain's Choice logo. Now it not only displays their logo, it's also a little thumb rest. So my thumb sits in that little delve there. As you can see, there's a little dimple there, and when you're lathering up, you simply hold the bowl like that. Your thumb sits on the end of that little dimple there, and you obviously just go about building your lather up. Now it provides a really secure grip, so you're not going to drop it even if your hands are slightly wet or soapy. It's really well made, it's really thick, although as with any piece of pottery, if you were to drop it, it would break. But considering these are all handmade, the finish on them is absolutely A1. They have sourced a really good potter to make these. So that's the standard sized one. Now this is exactly the same in the large size. Now I've got what I would class as small hands. Now I've got no problems whatsoever holding this bowl, as you can see there. I can hold that quite easily. Now this is the larger bowl, so you might want to use a larger bowl if you've got a bigger brush, or you might just generally just want a larger bowl. But to be honest, I've got a Razor Rock Big Bruce brush and I've got a Simpson Chubby 2 brush, and either one of these bowls, they're more than big enough to build a lather up. The reason I got both of these bowls was simply because I couldn't decide what size bowl to get. So as you can see there, you've still got the same ridges in there, and also on the very bottom you've got the Captain's Choice Products ink on the bottom. So as you can see there, hopefully you can see the slight difference that there is in the two size bowls. But what I'll do, I'll just get some information off of Captain's Choice website about the two bowls. Now both the bowls, as I mentioned before, they're both handcrafted by a local potter to Captain's Choice's specifications, and each of their bowls, as you would expect, begins as a lump of clay on a potter's wheel. And they do mention that, as with all handmade pottery, no two bowls will be exactly the same, so you might get little differences between two different bowls if you were to purchase them at the same time, although I can't see any difference between these two. And also with it being straight sided inside and just generally a good wide bowl, it eliminates the clang that you'll get with a lot of lather bowls as you're swirling the brush around. So what I'll do now in this part of the video, I've got a couple of photos that I took of the bowls with a lather that I've built up in the large and the standard size one. So I'll insert that into the video now, and you can see the quality of lather that you can expect from these bowls. So hopefully the photos will give you an idea of what you can expect from these bowls and just how effective this ridge bottom is on these bowls. Now I've used about 3 or 4 of the lather bowls over the time I've been double-edged shaving. Now these are by far the most comfortable to hold, the quickest to produce a lather, and also a really good slick lather, which is what you want when you're shaving. You don't want a lather that's going to be full of air bubbles, and these are absolutely brilliant. I cannot recommend them enough. Now I live in the UK, and unfortunately there was no UK stockists of these bowls, so I had to order them direct from Captain's Choice website, which is in the US, and I think they took around, I think it was 12 days for them to arrive, so didn't take too long. And a big thumbs up to Scott, who's the owner of Captain's Choice. He was generous enough to include some little freebies in with them. I think they got a little tub of shaving soap, tub of shaving cream, and a shaving balm. So thanks very much, Scott. It was much appreciated. Now I have paid for these out of my own pocket. Captain's Choice didn't send them to me to review, so I'm not biased in any way. I just wanted to thank Scott for his generosity for the freebies included. So I think that covers everything for this video, and I'll now bring this video to an end. If you have found it useful, please give it a thumbs up, and also if you like my videos, please consider subscribing, and that way you'll know when I upload any new videos, as you'll receive a notification. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.